thank you everybody for joining us this afternoon. Coming off of a tough game for us this past weekend. Was really proud of how our defense played. Obviously, I think we're capable of holding them to fewer points. But I thought we showed a lot of improvement in some really important areas. I thought again, we tackled well. And what was really great to see was how well our defensive line played. You look at what we gave up in the running game in terms of running backs carrying the ball. I think it was less than 70 yards. Unfortunately, we gave up a few quarterback scrambles and a quarterback sneak for close to 50. But outside of that, our defensive line did a really good job affecting the run game. And I thought our linebackers, Brandon Bischoff played a really good game. Bubba, as always, was really good, fit the run really well. So that was great to see. And I thought defensively, we played, well enough, especially in that first quarter, to really give our offense a chance. And, that was the disappointing piece of the game for me, was just, our inability to really establish the run game or to protect our quarterback, and an inability to create the explosive plays that we really felt were out there. And, you look back at it and we missed some opportunities to do that. And that was, primarily as a result of, protection. And, it was uncharacteristic in how we performed, I feel like, for this particular group on offense. And I know we're capable of a lot better. And, that's the exciting thing is, our team is extremely motivated, especially, that offensive group that just felt that, we left some opportunities out there, and they're anxious to get back out there and play again this Saturday. And we know that, it ain't going to get any easier. It's going to be tough, and, we have to continue to practice really well. That's one of the best aspects of this season up to this point is just, our team truly takes pride in how we prepare and how we practice. It means a lot to them. And now what we've got to recognize is, how do we translate that to Saturdays? The fact that we practice really hard, the fact that we, prepare as well as we can, doesn't guarantee anything. It just gives you a chance to go out there and be able to compete. And, I've certainly felt that confidence heading into every game. And now the next step is we got to go and take it. We got to go, we got to go translate that, and we got to have that mentality and go attack game day in everything that we do. So got a great challenge again this week, and looking forward to getting out there and playing.
Obviously, a lot of your offensive issues this past week were due to Miami. You got to give them credit. They bottled up your run game, et cetera, et cetera. But why was the offense so out of sync? Was that the only reason, or how much was on the unit itself? Because there were some some errors on the offense.
There were, and that's the piece that is really frustrating. I mean, Miami's a good team. They're a very good defense, and we knew it was going to be tough. But certainly, we were more than capable of performing a lot better than we did. But again, not taking away from anything that Miami did. They are a very, very talented group. But we're capable of playing a lot better than we did. And, we made some mistakes. We didn't handle, some of the things that they brought at us, that we've been able to handle all season long. And we were a little bit slower in and out of the huddle. Our procedure at the line of scrimmage was a little bit slower. We had some of those pre-snap, issues that, we really have avoided pretty well throughout the season that kind of reared their head a little bit, this past game. And it made it tough to really ever get it going. We outside of the first couple drives, we were able to move the ball a little bit, and then we had a couple unforced errors that really halted those drives. Then we're pretty stagnant, for a good majority of the game until the end. We were able to put a nice drive together and put a score up on the board. So, we've certainly challenged, our team in general. But had a great talk with the offense after practice today. Continuing to challenge them, continuing to to light a fire under them, because as young as we are, I think, especially obviously on the offensive line, I think we're very capable. I think we're very capable of being a productive unit that that is capable of going out there and executing and scoring points. So, we just got to keep challenging our group. And, I expect our guys to have a great week of practice and to come out and play with purpose on Saturday.
What have you focused on? What will you focus on offensively through the week?
Well, obviously our game plan, for BG, that's important. That we have a great understanding of what they do and what they're trying to do in defending us. But we also have to focus on our fundamentals. We have to focus on, our ability to, our first step, on the offensive line, our hand placement, our ability to, pick up pressures and handle twists and movement up front. Some things that are, just core to our fundamental approach. And, we got to be better in those areas, and got to go out and execute our plan at a really high level.
What do you have to do? And I don't want to disparage BG when I say this. This seems like the perfect opportunity to get that running game back on track with Tion and Bubba, because I think they're giving up over 300 yards a game rushing. So what do you have to do to get that on track?
Well, I think I'm going to tell you the same thing I tell our guys. Like, they're probably saying the same thing, right? They're probably saying the same thing, about us. And, again, like, we got to go execute, and running the football is important to us. And, that's been such an improvement for us this season outside of our last game. Last game, it felt like 2019, all over again for us, and it's unacceptable. And we had a tough conversation about that. And here's the great thing, and I don't know if they want me saying this or not, but I'm going to, because I love these guys and I love how they play. But those young offensive linemen, they were up here in the office late Saturday night, and they're in tears. And they got the weight of the world on their shoulders, feeling like, hey, we didn't play well and we let the team down. And you know what? Like, it's not the case, but the fact that it means that much to them, the fact that they have that much pride in how they perform, and just the humility and the courage, like, to put that on you as a 19-year-old kid, I think just says so much about those guys. And I'll tell you, they were back in on Monday morning as well. They were back in here on Monday morning having the same conversations. And, again, like, they may not want me saying that, and may be embarrassing in some respects, but I think it's the ultimate compliment. The humility and the courage, the ownership that they took is something that I think we all can learn from. And if we all have that same type of mindset, and we all operate like all success in our program depends on me, like, what could we accomplish? And and that's the message that we're sending.
Are you aware of a prospect that you could be facing a freshman quarterback this weekend? And if so, what have you told your guys on defense regarding that?
I really, I don't know. I don't, speculate on what. I mean, we're obviously preparing for, for the quarterback that's been playing for him. But you realize, just like we, change plans, and different things happen. Guys can be playing in different positions for us. Guys can be playing in different positions for them. They can have guys that we may not have seen on tape all season long that all of a sudden, are out there on Saturday, and vice versa. So, we just have to go out there and focus on our plan, focus on our execution, and, be able to handle all the ways that they challenge you offensively. They do a lot of things that, that really challenge your rules. And, they live in 12 personnel. They got, some really good big tight ends, and They pride themselves on running the football, and they do, a lot in their, in their jet sweep, offense that really, challenges you in the run game, and it challenges you in the pass game as well. Their play actions and their nakeds all come off of that run game series, and it's not easy. It's not easy to defend. So we gotta focus on those things and make sure we go out there and execute.
What do you have to get from Zach? What do you have to see from him in this game?
I think continue to do the things that he's been doing well, and again, continue to focus on ball security. That's been kind of the message all season long for our team, for our offense, but it's going to be really important for us this week as well. I think at times we were a little bit better, but we still we had the turnover this week that had a guy wide open, and it was not a great throw. It wasn't a terrible throw. We just didn't make the play. We didn't make the catch that we're capable of making, and we didn't put it on on his face mask, the way we're capable of throwing it. And outside of that, I thought decision making for Zach was pretty good last week. Saw some improvement there, and need to continue to see that.
How are you keeping an even keel through all this? You're still over since taking over the program. So how are you keeping an even keel, and is there any frustration on your part at this point?
I get frustrated when we don't perform the way we're capable of performing. That's where I get frustrated. But I think I'm, I really, pride myself on, on having great perspective. Pride myself on, an ability to see things for what they are, being able to get to the truth of what the circumstance is and what the situation is, and not to, spend, not to waste 1 second thinking about something and feeling sorry for myself about something that's happened in the past. Like, any second that I waste spending on that is a second that's not devoted to helping our team get better. And, like I told our team Monday morning when we got back together for the first time after the game, I challenged our guys, like, hey, like, let's go home and let's take a look, let's stand in front of the mirror and, let's ask ourselves the tough questions. And I did the same thing. And, like I told our guys, like, I'm not immune to it. Like I didn't come back up to my office and, feeling all jovial about, what just happened. I came up here and I was upset, and I was down, and, I was feeling bad, about, myself and, all these things. And, it honestly, my daughter, believe it or not, and I told the team this, my 14-year-old daughter, Caroline, she sent me a text message, and I'll paraphrase, but basically like, Dad, we're, so sorry about how the game turned out, but like, we're so proud of you. We know how hard your coaches work. We know how hard you work. We know how hard your players are playing, and how important it is to them. And like, we see the progress, and, all this is an opportunity for you to practice, to put into practice everything that you always tell your players and everything that you always tell me. And like, you read that text and it brings you back. Like, she's right, and like, you can't sit here and like wallow in self-pity and like, oh, like, what are we going, like, this is tough. Like, heck yeah, it's tough. Like, and that's the problem, is like, when we all get into these situations, like, nobody ever thinks about like the pain. Nobody ever thinks about the sacrifice. Like, you look at it, it's like, oh shoot, I got an opportunity to be a FBS head coach in the MAC and, in my hometown and, all these great things. And you don't think about like, hey man, it's going to be tough. Like, it's a tough road. And, and you go through that and you don't expect it to be easy, and nobody does. And we don't want it to be easy, but, we know what we got going on here, and we know the progress that we're making. And, our players have been, absolutely incredible. Had some guys grab me, yesterday, I had some great conversations, and just like, just the feel and, what's happening, and, how we're attacking every single day. And, I can't put a time on it. I can't say like, hey, it's all going to change tomorrow. I don't know that. We just got to keep working. We just got to keep pushing. We got to keep striving to be our best every single day, keep evaluating everything that we do and how we do it and how we can do it better. And, that's all we do. And that's all we know. And I try to be that example to our players. And I think they respect it. They see the same guy every day, the same person you guys see. The same guy you guys see every single day is the same guy they see, whether, no matter what the circumstance is. And, we haven't had that chance for me to be able to come in here after a win, but we will. And you're going to see the same guy. You're going to see the same guy. And our players are going to see the same guy, the same energy, the same attitude, the same intensity, the same competitive spirit and focus. That never changes. And, it starts with me, and it, starts with our coaches. It's, echoed on into our leaders and throughout our entire organization. And I think if we can continue to operate with the right mindset and, keep doing the right things the right way, like, it's just, it's a matter of time before, we start reaping the benefits of all the hard work.
That being said, is this your best opportunity to get in the win column this weekend?
I feel like here's the great thing, George. I have walked into every game. I have walked into every game with the utmost confidence in our team. And the reason that is because we put the work in. We take pride in our preparation. We take pride in how we practice. And we build confidence. Like, we build confidence throughout the week. And I couldn't sit here and look you in the eye and say, like, boy, I walked into every game feeling fantastic about our chances, last year. I didn't, because we didn't have those type of days. You guys know that. I came in here every week and say, man, we got to practice better. Like, practice has got to be important to us. And we went through that and we learned that. We learned that last season and we've grown from that. But I have gone into every game with an incredible feeling. Like, hey, this is it. Like, this is a great opportunity for us. And we're going to go out there and we're going to play great. We're going to play great on offense, defense, special teams. And, we're going to put ourselves in great position to be successful. I guess it's only Tuesday. We've only, we've gotten, just kind of started our week. So, but based on, the work that we put in today, how we came back yesterday, the work we got in yesterday, I fully expect to have a great level of confidence heading into this one.
Are the guys feeling any pressure?
I think pressure is a great feeling. It is. Like, I mean, shoot, you don't really ever accomplish anything great, without that. And, if it was easy and if it was just expected, like, it really wouldn't mean that much. So, like we put the pressure on ourselves. We certainly want to apply, the pressure to ourselves and how we prepare and how we play. And then we want to go out and apply pressure to our opponent. We don't necessarily want to feel pressure. We want to apply it. But leading up to the week, like, yeah, you're putting pressure on yourself to challenge yourself, to be better, to give more, to give more than what you were capable of giving the week before. I mean, shoot, and, same thing. I'm not going to ask our players to do it if I'm not. Like, I got a session in with Coach Mack this morning. Right? I said, listen, like, I'm going to ask our guys to, be willing to give more than what they gave last week. Well, shoot, we got about 15 minutes from the time we finish our walkthrough till practice starts. DMAC, give me a 12-minute circuit, right? Like, wear me out, make me go harder, challenge me. And it's no different, than what our players have. And so, yeah, like, we want to put the pressure on ourselves, and then we want to apply it to our opponents on Saturdays.
So that's pressure to win.
Absolutely. Pressure to be your best. pressure to perform, to the best of your God-given ability, and put yourself in the best position to be able to go out there and execute at the end of the game.
Okay. I'm finito.
Joe, Dave, you got any questions?
Coach, yeah, so Saturday is the last home game, so traditionally that's senior day. I mean, I know without fans and things like that, it's a little bit different, but from your standpoint, can you speak to senior day being this week?
Yeah, it's really, obviously there's no fans, but there's really also, our seniors will be back. So this isn't, like a typical year. No one's losing, this isn't anyone's final home game, per se. So, our seniors, our seniors will be back, and we're going to, proceed, as this is, just is a home game, for us. Our guys are going to be back in the program next year, and, we're excited about that. And, we're obviously, it's not really anything that we've talked about up to this point.
Joe, you have anything, or we good? Okay, Coach.
You hear me now?
Joe?
Yep, go ahead, Joe.
Okay. Coach, you mentioned yesterday there's a recruiting period coming up. We're going to be signing some players. How difficult has it been with the COVID and everything to recruit, and how satisfied are you with the kids you're going to be signing in a couple weeks?
It's been different. It's really been a different process, and I feel really fortunate because, we really obviously had no idea what was going to happen, this spring and, into recruiting this year. But we really went into, this winter, really trying to get a good jump on our underclassmen recruiting. And, it was really, it was hard work for our coaches. We had official visit weekends. They'd come in on Friday, and we'd have them Friday, Saturday, Sunday morning. We'd get them out around, lunchtime on Sunday. And then we'd have, an elite junior visit, showing up, as soon as we'd get the official visit wrapped up. And we did that every weekend in the winter. So we had majority of our top prospects on campus, and really treated it almost as like an official visit Saturday, with those guys. So, we really were pretty good, in that regard, and we're out in front of a lot of our recruiting efforts that, really proved to, be very helpful to us going through this. But, you miss out on the camp season, you miss out on, some opportunities to just build those bonds, that happen on an official visit weekend, and to get, a group of guys that are coming in, that are committed and going to be signing, to bring them all in together and really get their families together. You miss out on some of that. So, looking into, what the rules are and, virtual rules, I know they're, constantly updating it, but, trying to be able to do some of that, as much as we can, and get those relationships built, with the families and the incoming freshmen, that are so important, that we may not have the opportunity to do, with the lack of official visits. But, we're really excited about the group, that we have committed right now, and we still got, a little ways to go here before the first signing period, but feel really good about that. And, we'll have some spots that will still be open heading into the second signing period, and, and beyond. So, we feel great about where we're at, and, going to keep working really hard here, until we get to signing day.